morning students and welcome back to Alchemy online classes. Students, in our previous class we have discussed about adventures. We have discussed that what kind of special preparation you have to do for your adventure, like preparing a plan and preparing a budget, go for health checkup and all this. We also learned that what special things you have to carry with you during adventures: torch, first aid kit, food, water bottle, backpack, etc. And risk in adventure, that someone can attack you or maybe you lost your way. This all thing we discussed. Now students, I want to ask you that do you know about Vasco da Gama? Yes, correct. Vasco da Gama was the person who founded the sea route to Europe to India. We had learned about this in our previous class, that Vasco da Gama was the first person who came to India in search of good quality spices, silk clothes, because at that time India was famous for gold, pearls, good quality spices and silk clothes. Vasco da Gama came India in the year of 1498, and after that many Portuguese, after Portuguese, Dutch, French and last Britishes came to India. Everyone left India when Britishes came and settled to India, and Britishes ruled India for 200 years. This much we have learned in our previous class. So students, do you know how Vasco da Gama established a foothold in India for Portuguese emperor? As we know that first Vasco da Gama came India, he found a sea route from Europe to India in the year of 1498. He founded the first trading factory at Calicut for trading clothes and spices in the year 1502. After that, many Europeans began visiting India for the same reason. Now students will learn the advent of Portuguese in India. Portuguese attract toward India for its good quality spices. After Vasco da Gama, many Portuguese came to India and established their foothold in India. Portuguese has established their first fort in India in the year of 1503, and they were working at Calicut, but soon in the year of 1510 they conclude Goa, and which became their headquarter. And after that they were working from Goa because it was their headquarter, but soon in the after 60-70 years, Spanish people attack on Portugal, so all Portuguese left India and went to Portugal back. But then also one factory of Portuguese were working in Kochi. But soon Dutch came to India and Portuguese have to left India. This was the story of advent of Portuguese and how Vasco da Gama established a foothold for Portuguese and why they have to leave the India. Now students, I am reading the advent of Portuguese from textbook. Everyone has to join me. Portuguese attacked towards India because of their spices. The Portuguese victory established first European fort there in the year 1503. In the year 1510, the Portuguese also conclude Goa, which became their headquarters. But Portuguese could not extend their influence on India because of Spanish attack of Portugal in the year 1580. But then also the Kochi remained in the presence until it was conquered by or won by Dutch in the year 1663. So student, we have seen the advent of Portuguese, how they came and established their fort, their factories in India, and why they went back to Portugal. And what was the reason behind closing their factory in Kochi? Because Dutch attacked them in the year 1663. So we have seen the advent of Portugal. Now I am going to show you map of Europe and the sea route of Europe to India. Different sea route of Europe to India. These two maps you have to see the carefully. So student, everyone has seen the sea route of Europe to India and map of Europe. So student, in this chapter we have learned that Vasco da Gama first came to India or discovered a sea route to India in the year of 1498. He established his first factory at Calicut of clothes and spices in the year of 1502. Portuguese established their first European victory fort in the year of 1503, and in the year of 1510 they conclude Goa, and Goa became their headquarters. Soon Spanish attack on them, and in the year of 1580 many Portuguese left India. But then also Kochi remaining their center, they are working from Kochi. But in the year of 1668 Dutch attack on them in India and they have to leave India. This much we have learned today, and our next class we will learn more about this and the advent of Dutch and French.